Hi everybody, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, yeah, it's looking a little bare behind me today. This is still my office, but I'm redesigning the office because I've been waiting to do this since before I went in for surgery. And with a little help from some friends, I'm finally getting this settled down and hopefully we'll be up and running in a day or so. Changing because I'm trying to get better lighting and a better view for angle. So we'll see what happens. I want to spread some stuff out, but on with the cruise news. And today I want to talk about Carnival because Carnival is not fooling around. They have just recently sent out a warning to all passengers on their cruises as of June 1st, reminding them of their policies for guidelines for behavior and breaking the rules. And they are not fooling around, as I said, because they've already started to kick people off for situations that, yeah, you broke the rules, you're out of here. So as I mentioned on June 1st, Carnival sent out a message about their guidelines on their ships to all the passengers, and it basically says have fun and be safe, and it's stressing the guidelines and the penalties and what can happen and what you shouldn't do, and it's stressing things like curfews, noise, smoking, illegal substances, disturbing behavior, that sort of thing. And they have pretty much broken it down. For one thing, the curfew is for anyone 17 years of age or under has to be out of the public spaces by 1 a.m. in the morning, unless they're with a person 21 years of age or older who is with their cruise party. They can't be just somebody they met in the bar. For instance, a 16-year-old who met a 21-year-old and the 21-year-old is trying to sneak them alcohol. They can't be out, if you know what I mean. That's one of those reasons that those kind of rules are in place. So yeah, rules for 17-year-olds. Also, they are stressing the smoking policy. That if anyone gets caught smoking on the balconies, they can not only get a fine, which is an automatic $500 fine if you're caught smoking in your stateroom or on your balcony or any place outside the designated smoking areas, it's also grounds to have you kicked off the ship. And it's happened recently where passengers who were on board a Carnival ship were found out to be smoking, reported by next door neighbors who, complained down to guest services, hey, every time we went out onto the patio, we didn't smell nothing but smoke, and it's the people next door. Security showed up, smelt the smoke throughout the stateroom, saw the cigarettes sitting there, and they saw the can of soda pop sitting out on the balcony with cigarette butts in it. Kind of hard to say that you didn't do it. So yeah, they were actually escorted off the ship at the very next port. Also, we have noise. Now, noise can come in all kinds of situations, right? They're stressing to keep the noise down when walking in the corridors between the cabins, as this can disturb other passengers, especially late in the evening. Especially if you've been out having a booze cruise and you're coming back at 3 in the morning and 2 in the morning from the bars and dancing and you're a little tipsy. People tend to be not very quiet walking down those corridors. They tend to be laughing and joking and banging into, sometimes even banging into the walls because they're stumbling back to their cabins. And of course, this can disturb people who are just trying to get to sleep because those walls and doors aren't completely soundproof at all. If anyone has sailed on a cruise before, you know they're like paper-thin walls a lot of the times. So yeah. Also, noise coming from the next door stateroom. If you are yelling and screaming at a constant time, or you are playing loud music in your stateroom. Now, this should also be one of the things that has kind of ended because they have banned Bluetooth speakers and stuff like that from being able to be brought on board. So that should cut down a lot on that music coming from next door. Like the people when I was in Alaska going through beautiful Glacier Bay, one of the most peaceful, tranquil spots on Earth, only to hear somebody playing music at full blast on their balcony right next door to me.
Because they are very out of this.
Ridiculous, right? You don't want people like that on your cruise. You don't want music like that in Glacier Bay. That's a big, huge faux pas. And so Carnival is also mentioning, yeah, we're cracking down on that kind of stuff. Also, noise, abundant noise, like people trying to use speakers or anything up on the pool decks. If you're using any kind of device, you have to have Bluetooth headset. You can't just put your phone out, put it at full volume, and listen to music like this anymore. You can't bring a portable transistor radio and listen to music on that or anything else for that matter. So yeah, they're cracking down on that as well. And then of course, smuggling. Trying to sneak anything on, not just illegal substances, etc., but breaking rule items, like trying to smuggle, as we just reported a week or 2 weeks ago, trying to smuggle alcohol on board, sneak alcohol on board. And even if you are pretending to sneak alcohol on board, but you post it on social media, we saw what happened with that person. They got banned for life. Just by, we still don't know. They're saying they never did it. There's no actual proof because they didn't get caught on the ship, but they posted that this is how you would do it. This is how you would sneak alcohol onto a cruise ship. And hey, we got away with it. And that's the TikTok video. Well, their next video was, hey, we didn't do it. Why are we banned? We didn't really do it, everybody. It was staged. Okay. Well, that doesn't matter because your original video was showing how to do it and claimed that you did do it. So your follow-up video, if no one saw that, then, the first video got 300 and some thousand views. The next video got 20,000 views. You see the difference. And so, yeah, sneaking things on board, making a public nuisance of yourself. Of course, any kind of violence whatsoever is immediately grounds for removal from the ship and a permanent ban. Basically, almost any of these, maybe the curfew thing, you'd get a couple warnings, but smoking on the balcony, excessive noise disturbing other passengers, especially if you got a warning not to do it anymore and you did it again, and smuggling, basically being rude to crew members and other guests, any kind of violence whatsoever, and bam, that is immediate grounds for removal from the cruise ships. And quite frankly, I have no issues with any of those whatsoever. Yeah, I like to party on a cruise ship as much as the next person. I like to have fun on a cruise ship as much as the next person. But it doesn't mean that I should be able to disturb other people around me who are also trying to have a good time. And my antics should not interfere with other people on the cruise ship. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you think they're being too strict? Do you think, hey, it's about time? And hey, maybe even tighten those reins even more. Well, I hope you appreciated this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.